Grace of God go I. My guests, and we're having rather an intimate conversation here.
Don't get too intimate.
Well, my guest is Fred Snyder, and Fred is, in my humble opinion, the single best person. Now we got another fellow laughing over in the corner here. That's Dan Walco, who's going to be my next guest, and we're going to talk about Canadian citizens, Canadians living in California. We got a specific thing to talk about. I can't talk. You can't deal with these guys.
That's right.
And Dan, of course, is set up to deal with them. But Dan doesn't deal with $5,000 or $10,000 amounts, which you do. But he's so specialized in this U.S.-Canadian tax cross-border thing that there's a really good reason not to deal with 5,000, 10,000, because there's so many people you can never deal with them all. So Dan, by the nature of what he's doing, is back into that $50,000, $100,000, $200,000 thing. But at least he's there with a specialty that makes his service worthwhile, because Thane Stenner and Vanessa can't do that.
That's right.
So 999 out of 1,000 brokers and financial people in North America can't do it either, because we've got all these cross-border securities regulations and so on. Anyway, back to this. Let's just do one more little segment here and talk about, because I have something else that I want to do. My guest, Fred Snyder. We're talking about what are we talking about? Written financial plans and so on. If you are watching this anytime other than live right now, and if you do have a question, you can give us a call. The number is 866-980-0499, and our email system was down today until about 4:30, so we didn't get anything else.
Down? Because mine was down all day too.
Ours was down for a totally different reason. They were moving a machine, and a virtual machine didn't come up in time or something. So stuff that I did last night to make sure it was out today didn't get out until 4:30 this afternoon, so it didn't have a chance to do very much.
David, let's talk about the fact that, would the real financial planner please stand up? Because everybody out there, just about everybody out there that sells, markets, offers, distributes financial products, calls themselves a financial planner. How many of those people are really financial planners?
Well, they're not, because they don't deal with the wills. They don't deal with.
They peddle product.
They are selling a product. That's true.
Okay, and that is wrong, in my opinion. It is absolutely wrong. But it's amazing. I go to these financial forums, and we've got booths representing every bank, trust company, insurance company in the city, in private financial planning firms. And everybody there is doing their seminars. They're calling themselves financial planners. And then I stand up to speak, and I say, how many people in this room have a written financial plan?
Nobody. And they're all dealing with all the people
there. And they're walking around amongst all these financial planners who are not offering them a financial plan. How can you be a planner if you don't have a financial plan
to give to your clients?
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
I mean, where's the anchor here?
Well, if all they do is buy a couple of programs, they can do and give one to them. The problem is that most of them are so tied up into their bottom line, they don't want to waste the time on their clients filling all this stuff out. Was that a statement?
I think that's part of it. Or maybe they don't know how to do it in the first place.
Well, so many of them, though. I mean, look, you have a CFA, you're a certified financial planner. How many of the CFAs out there are giving written financial plans?
Not very many.
Not very many. They don't do it. No. They've taken the training.
It's like you go to the bank or you talk to your mortgage broker to get a mortgage. And does this person say, well, you know, thank you very much for the mortgage. Now let's take the next step and show you how to make it tax deductible.
No.
They never do that.
Well, we know they don't.
They never do that. We asked the last audience.
Yeah.
They never do that.
No,
and then about 6 people in the audience put their hand up and said that their financial advisor said it was illegal.
Said they can't do it. You have a cat's come to visit you. This is Ebony. Ebony lives here. Ebony was born in the house, and she thinks that look at this. Look at her. Just look, Richard. She thinks that everybody that comes to this house is just here to give her scratches behind the ears, and she's the Queen of Sheba.
Nice cat. No. Nice. Can I take her home?
But this is, well, yes, as far as I'm concerned, you can take her home, but Jane might have a heart attack about that. See, as soon as you said that, she let her claws out, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, yeah. Typical female, yes. You want to come home with me? Claws. Oh, going to get trouble in that one. Yeah, I'd better edit that one out. Anyway, making a long story short, so we're in the subject talking about. I've just got to. Did you see my Hillary? My Hillary and Bill things here? I think these are just priceless. What camera should I use? This one? See, now that's Hillary. That's a nutcracker. There we go. There's a nutcracker. You can see it, and it's sort of fun. And I actually got 2 sets of these because I got a joke with them in it, and I figured, boy, do those really exist? This is the corkscrew from Bill Clinton, you see, and they're actually quite rude, but are they ever fun? And the box,
those, David?
I got them on eBay. I buy everything. Oh, where's my box here? I'll bet you Richard cleaned up and took my box away.
Oh, you mean that box up there?
Yeah, there it is right here. I thought even the box that came with it is a collector's item there, because the box has this thing inside it that says, we get it here, enjoy some wine and nuts with Bill and Hillary. So it's a nutcracker and a wine opener, and at least I didn't spill anything.
Scared the poor cat away.
Yeah, scared the cat away. No, it's sort of fun what you can have, and if you look around and try and
it's called have fun with your money.
Yeah, well, you know me. I think that, you know, it's like that Maserati that's sitting out in front. I bought it on eBay. It's a Citroen SM, Citroen Sports Maserati. And I bought it on eBay, and it came, and
the first cars had the air suspension, weren't they?
No, they got a hydraulic suspension, and that's a 73 Citroen. Their DS models had that same suspension from about 1959 on. It's a marvelous suspension. The car is marvelous. Jay Leno's got a marvelous deal about it. But I bought it. I always wanted one, and I bought it for $5,035 when the dollar was about $1.40. It was in Sarasota, Florida. I had to spend another $1,500 getting it shipped up. So I've got about $10,000 in the darn thing. I have driven it 3 times. It needs too much stuff economically for me to bother licensing it in Canada. I can't do it. I might take it back across the state border and license it in the States, because I can license it anywhere down there. And then just drive it in the States. I paid the duty, and it's funny, if I did that, I could actually drive it in, because the duty's being paid of it if I kept it down there. But the BC safety standards requires about $10,000 worth of stuff to be done to it that, in my humble opinion, doesn't need to be done, not to just have some fun with it. And you and I sort of, we get into this thing, and a guy buys an RRSP. See, you're still working, right?
I think so.
And I think you're slightly older than I am. And I'm 67, and I don't intend to ever quit working. I'm going to do what I do.
Or do I?
Until the day. And remember, you know, Harold Hope, Deborah Hope's father-in-law, the television anchor. Yeah. He's still in business. Yeah. And Russ Isaac is still out there.
Is he?
Great Pacific Management.
Yeah. Okay. And
I want to be a legend, and you are like that we just keep on. We have a business that we like, and we're not going to quit.
Yeah, we're like that ever-ready battery.
Yeah, that's right. Just keep on coming and coming and coming, or going and going and going. I'm not sure which one it is. Anyway, my guest is being my guest is being Fred Snyder. You can listen to Fred Snyder on you can listen to him or give him a question every Sunday morning on CIL Radio. That's 650 on the AM dial in Vancouver, and 3 questions on the air there at 2800. Area code 604-280-0650, and for the life of me, I can't remember the long-distance line.
Or book into our seminar, David.
And Thursday, November the 12th, you can come out to a real estate seminar. Remember, this man's a life insurance guy and a mutual fund guy, and he's paying a whole bunch of money for a free seminar for you on real estate and why real estate's part of your financial plan.
Reserve a seat. Call Frida, 731-8900.
604?
Area code 604.
Yeah, 604. So I always figured that if you just give the phone number, the people should understand that it's 604. And if it's not 604, then we say 778
well,
or whatever it is.
They confuse us more with these other
I know. Anyway,
prefixes.
604-731-8900. Fred, you can look him up on his website at www.mutualfund, no S, mutualfund101.com. And he's a good guy.
Thank you, David.